welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we are 1 week into the season, and the first place Cubs are traveling to Pittsburgh for Game 2 of a 3-game series against the Pirates. The Cubs won Game 1 in extra innings off of some late inning heroics, a 3-run home run in the 12th. And now for today's game, we are going to see that the Cubs are going to send Chris Archer out to the mound. He is 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA and a 0.67 whip. The Cubs lineup today will be Horner, Paradas, Rizzo, Springer, Correa, Tauschman, Fegley, the pitcher Archer batting 8th, and Danny Santana playing left and batting 9th. The Cubs did get a bit of news on the day off regarding Bryce Harper. He is going to be out for 5 weeks with a partially torn muscle in his shoulder. The Cubs have brought up former Brewer Ryan Braun from the minor leagues. He was signed on a minor league contract, and he is going to be filling in on the Cub bench. Opposing the Cubs today will be Trevor Williams. The Pirates starter is making his second start of the season. He has an ERA of 9 with a whip of 2.40. And the Pirates lineup today will be Newman, Hayes, Reynolds, Bell, Polanco, Caratini, Heredia, Riddle, and the pitcher Williams batting 9th. It is a brisk 37 degrees today with a 10 mph wind blowing out to right field. And we see the Pirates taking the field in their defensive array with Trevor Williams on the mound. Nico Horner is leading off for the Cubs today, standing in the right-handed batter's box. The Cubs, first place in the NL Central with a record and 5-2, are facing off with the last place Pirates, who have a reciprocal record of 2-5. The Cubs have taken 3 out of 4 so far from the Pirates this season. Now, with Trevor Williams on the mound, he is delivering the 1-1 pitch, and Horner pops it up to center. Chasing is the center fielder, and he is going to make the catch, Heredia, for out number 1. Isaac Paradas now the batter, with 1 out and nobody on. Paradas waiting for the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a drive in medium depth into left center field. Heredia, this time taking a few steps back and making the catch for out number 2. Anthony Rizzo now the batter, with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Rizzo, and he's going to ground it right in front of the plate. The catcher, Caratini, pops up, throws down to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the first inning of a scoreless ball game. Kevin Newman will lead off for the Cubs against former Pirate Chris Archer. Archer making his first start against his in Pittsburgh this season. He's going to deliver the 1-ball pitch. Here it comes. And that's a line drive into center field. Long run, and the catch is made by George Springer, diving to make the first out of the inning. Nice defensive effort right there by Springer, which brings up Hayes. With 1 out and nobody on, Hayes facing Archer with a 2-strike count. Archer looking to deliver the pitch. And strike 3 swinging. That's the fastball at 93. And Archer got him to chase one outside the zone. Next up is Brian Reynolds. 2 outs and nobody on. Archer facing Reynolds with a 3-ball count. Looking for the sign and the pitch. And that is outside. He checked his swing and he's going to take his base. So Reynolds takes first with a 2-out walk, and Josh Bell now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Archer facing Bell with a 1-ball count. And there's a pop-up into right. Down the line, chasing is Tauschman, and he makes the catch near the line to end the inning. So, the Pirates stranding a runner. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. George Springer leading off against Trevor Williams here in the top of the second inning. Williams working with a 2-2 count. And here's the pitch. And a liner past the third baseman into left field. That'll be a leadoff single for George Springer as he stops at first. And Springer now at first base with Carlos Correa the batter. Nobody out, runner on first. Williams working, 3-1 count. And there's a drive into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Springer rounding second and stopping as the throw goes directly to third, skipping the cutoff man. So the Cubs got something going here with nobody out and 2 men on here in the top of the second inning. And Mike Tauschman is the next batter. He is 0 for 9 in the season. He has an RBI, but he is definitely due for a big base hit right here. Top of the second inning, nobody out. 2 men on, 2-1 is the count. And Tauschman is going to line that one over the third baseman's head into left field. The runners had to hesitate. They thought it was going to be caught, but just out of the reach of the third baseman Hayes. So now the Cubs have the bases loaded with nobody out, and Josh Phegley is the batter. Phegley facing Williams here in the top of the second inning. Cubs looking to break through in this scoreless ball game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Phegley. Williams delivering, and a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. So now Chris Archer comes up. He is going to try to give his team the lead here in the top of the second inning. With 1 out and the bases loaded, the infield is drawn in. Archer waiting for the pitch, and there's a grounder to first. The throw comes home, and then the relay to first, and that is a 3-2-3 double play. Archer grounds out to end the inning. So the Cubs leave the bases loaded. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Archer now facing Polanco here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-1 is the count. Archer delivering the pitch. And a drive into center field. Again, George Springer with an amazing defensive play to make the catch and record the out. Springer has really put on a clinic here defensively in these first 2 innings. Caratini now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. He's facing Archer with a 1-2 count. And Caratini swings and misses for strike 3. That was a slider, and Archer got him to swing right over it. So that's his second strikeout of the game, and now Heredia is the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on, Archer working with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a liner down the right field line. That's going to be the first base hit of the ballgame for the Pirates. Extra bases as he rounds first, heading for second. The throw comes to second, the slide, and he is safe. And a 2-out double for Heredia gives the Pirates a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Riddle is the next batter, and Archer will have to solve him to try to get out of this inning. So a 1-ball count, Archer looking for the sign and the pitch. And a drive into right field, going back and making the diving catch is Tauschman to end the inning. The Cubs' outfield defense has just been outstanding so far in this ball game. That play by Tauschman just saved a run. So now we're going to the top of the third. It's still all zeros here in Pittsburgh. Danny Santana going to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the third inning. He is waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And here's the delivery. And a pop-up to left. Heading toward the line is the left fielder, and he will make the catch for out number 1. Nico Horner now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Williams working with a 2-2 count. And there's a pop-up to right. Heading down toward the right field corner is the right fielder Polanco. He makes the catch for out number 2. Isaac Paradas now the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on. Paradas waiting for the full count pitch. And he loops that one into left center field. Short, but playable, and caught by Reynolds to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the third inning of a scoreless ball game. Trevor Williams now leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the third inning. He's waiting for the 0-2 pitch from Archer. And there's a pop-up to center. Coming into Springer. This time I believe he's going to stay on his feet and make the catch for out number 1. Newman now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. 1 strike pitch from Archer. Here it comes. And a liner down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Heading down towards second is going to be Newman, and he is going to have a stand-up double with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. So the Pirates trying to break through in this scoreless contest, sending up Ke'Bryan Hayes with Newman on second and 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 count, the pitch from Archer, and a pop-up on the infield. Coming out from the behind the plate is the catcher, Phegley. He makes the catch for out number 2. Next up is Brian Reynolds. With 2 outs and 1 man on, Archer facing Reynolds with a full count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Archer gets the big strikeout to end the inning with a flourish. And now we go to the top of the fourth of a 0-0 ball game. Anthony Rizzo is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the fourth inning. Williams facing Rizzo, who is 0 for 1 today. 3-1 is the count. Williams delivers the pitch. That was probably ball 4, but Rizzo swung at it and he pops it up to center, where the first out of the inning will be recorded. Springer now batting with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to George Springer. That is way outside. It was ball 4. Springer did not even offer at it. And now he heads down to first with the walk. Correa now batting with 1 out, 1 man on. Williams facing Correa with a full count. Here's the pitch. And ball 4. So back-to-back walks gives the Cubs runners on second and first with 1 out. And Mike Tauschman is the next batter. He is 1 for 1 today. He's facing Williams here in the top of the fourth inning of a scoreless ball game. First pitch to Tauschman. Here it comes. And a liner over towards shortstop. The throw goes to second, but no relay to first as the double play is broken up. And so the Cubs are now going to have 2 outs, and the bases have the runners on the corners with Josh Fegley the batter. So Williams facing Fegley with the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Fegley. And there's a liner into right center field. I think that's going to hang up in the air too long. The center fielder gets under it, and Heredia making the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs stranding 2 more runners. We go down to the bottom of the fourth of a scoreless ball game. And now Bell facing Archer here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-2 is the count. Archer delivering the pitch. And a ground ball right up the middle. That is going to be a clean single into center to lead off the inning for the Pirates. And now we're going to see Polanco come up with nobody out and the runner on first. Cubs playing double play depth on the infield. Here's the first pitch to Heredia. And a pop-up, short center field. Springer running. He gets under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Caratini with 1 out, 1 man on. Bell still standing on first. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And strike 3 is called. Archer getting the strikeout against the man he was traded for, Victor Caratini. That's his 4th strikeout of the game, and it brings up Heredia. 2 outs, 1 man on. Archer facing Heredia with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch, and a ground ball up the middle. Horner has it. He steps on second and ends the inning with a force out. So the Pirates stranding a runner. We go to the top of the 5th of a scoreless ball game. Chris Archer now will lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 5th inning. He's facing Trevor Williams with a 2-strike count. And the pitch. Strike 3 is called. Williams records the strikeout to lead off the inning. 2nd of the day for him. And that'll bring up Danny Santana. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Danny Santana. And a pop-up to deep left center field going back toward the warning track as the center fielder, Heredia, he'll make the catch for out number 2. Santana certainly gave that one a ride, but he hit it to just about the deepest part of the ballpark. Nico Horner now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Horner facing Williams with a 1-ball count. Here is the pitch. And a liner down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Horner rounding first and stopping with a single. So a 2-out base hit puts Horner on first, and it brings up Isaac Paradas. He is 0 for 2 today. Facing Williams with a runner on first. Scoreless ball game, top of the 5th inning. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Here is the pitch. And Paradas is going to line that one in right field for a base hit. Horner rounding second and stopping. And so the Cubs now have first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 consecutive singles brings up Anthony Rizzo. With 2 outs in the top of the 5th, Cubs trying to break through in this scoreless ball game. The lefty Rizzo facing the righty Williams. 1-1 is the count. And Rizzo hits it on the ground towards second, picked up and thrown over to first, which will end the inning. So the Cubs stranding 2 more runners. We go down to the bottom of the 5th of a 0-0 contest. Archer facing Riddle in the bottom of the 5th inning. Archer working with an 0-2 count. Here's the stretch and the pitch and a pop-up to left. Chasing is Santana toward the line, making the catch for out number 1. Trevor Williams now batting with 1 out and nobody on. Williams 0 for 1 today. Waiting for the first pitch. And he grounds it toward third. Picked up by Paradas and thrown over to first. That's going to be out number 2. Next up is Kevin Newman with 2 outs and nobody on. Archer working with a 2-strike count. Here is the pitch to Newman. And a liner into right field. He lost him with the 2-strike count, and that's a 2-out single for Newman. So now Cabrian Hayes is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. First pitch from Chris Archer. Here's the delivery. And a grounder towards short. Picked up and thrown over to second, and that'll be 6-4 to end the inning. So the Pirates strand a runner. We go to the top of the 6th of a scoreless ball game. George Springer is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the 6th inning against Trevor Williams. Williams, defying all odds, has thrown 5 shutout innings so far in this game. And here's the pitch to Springer. And there's a liner down the left field line. That's going to be a leadoff single as Springer rounds first and stop for the Cubs. And now Correa is the batter. Correa is 1 for 1 today, facing Williams with a 1-ball count. And there's a pop-up on the infield. Coming in is the first baseman, Bell, calling for it. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Mike Tauschman, the next batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Tauschman facing Williams here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-2 count. Tauschman waiting for the pitch. And a liner up the middle for a base hit. Springer rounding second, heading for third. He's going to go first to third on the Tauschman single. And now the Cubs have the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. And Fegley is the batter. And, gosh, what are we going to do? Well, the Pirates brought in a relief pitcher, David Bednar. The righty Bednar has thrown 4 1/3 innings of 5 walks, 6 strikeout baseball with a 6.23 ERA. Fegley, we're going to let Fegley hit in this situation. He's done pretty well, 5 for 19 on the season, but he's 0 for 2 today. So he's going to face Bednar with runners on the corners, 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. And we are going to... How many pitches has Archer thrown? He's only thrown 63 pitches. We got to leave him out there. He's thrown so well today. So Fegley facing Bednar. Here's the 2-0 count. And there's a liner into center field. I don't know if this is going to be deep enough to drive in the run. Let's see what happens. The throw comes home. The runner comes home. And Springer is thrown out by Heredia at home. So double play, fly out and assist at home by Heredia ends the inning. So the Cubs do not score. They strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the 6th of a scoreless ball game. Archer now facing the middle of the Pirates lineup in the bottom of the 6th inning. Reynolds, Bell, and Polanco are due up. Here's the 1-2 count and the pitch. And a pop-up to left center. Springer coming over. He has a line on it. He's going to make the catch for out number 1. Bell now the batter. 1 out and nobody on. Here's the 2-0 count and the pitch to Josh Bell. And there's a drive into center field. Coming in fast is Springer. He makes the running grab for out number 2. So Polanco now the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Archer working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a grounder to second. Horner has it. He throws over to first, and that will end the inning. So we're going to the top of the 7th. It is a scoreless ball game here in Pittsburgh. So the Cubs offense has really struggled here today. Got 9 outs left in this ball game, and we're not going to give one of them to Chris Archer. So the call is going to be made to the bullpen to warm up a reliever, which is going to be, let's see here. In the scoreless ball game, Junior Fernandez is going to be the first man out of the bullpen. He's going to throw the bottom of the 7th inning for the Cubs. Gosh, Archer's really only thrown 72 pitches, though. I don't know if I can justify pulling him out. No, we're going to leave him in. We'll let Archer hit for himself. See if he can get a base hit. Here's a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and Archer swings and misses for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning, and now Santana's the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Bednar facing Santana with a 2-strike count. Bednar looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. Oh, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the game for Bednar. And now Nico Horner is the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 count. Horner waiting for the pitch. That is low. It is ball 4. So Horner heads down to first. And Horner Horner is relatively speedy, so we're going to get him going in this situation. Paradas is up now. Bednar is only average at holding runners. And, yeah, all right, we're going to do this. We're not going to steal on the first pitch, though. Here's the first pitch. That's way inside. It was a fastball at 93. So that's ball one. So now we're going to try to steal second. Here comes the pitch. The runner goes. Oh, and he stops. The curveball was strike one. Horner holds it first. Let's see if we can do this again. And there's the pickoff throw. Yep. Soft toss over to Bell. All right, let's try again. We're going to steal second here. Here comes the pitch. And the pitch out is on. Thankfully, Horner figures it out. So ball two is thrown. Horner stops and heads back to first. And now Paradas has a 2-1 count. All right, let's see if Paradas gets a fastball right here. We're going to do a run and hit. 2-1. Oh, the throw goes over to first. Quick tag, and he's safe. All right, Paradas. Run and hit. 2-1 count. Oh, and he's hitting the knee. So Paradas takes the hit by pitch, and now Horner heads down to second, and Paradas has to come out of the ball game because he is injured. What is his story? He's out pending diagnosis. Wow. Okay. So with Paradas out, that means that, yeah, Erie Adrianza is going to come in. He's pretty fast, so he is going to be the pinch runner and stay in to play third. Rizzo now the batter, and he is going to face new Pirate reliever Kyle Crick, who has thrown 2 1/3 innings, 1 run, 1 strikeout, and a 3.86 ERA. The righty Crick is facing the lefty Rizzo with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. And we're going to put this back on 1-pitch mode. So a 3-1 pitch to Rizzo. Looking for the sign. And Crick delivers. And that is inside for ball 4. So Rizzo takes the walk, which again loads the bases for the Cubs, and this time brings up George Springer, who is 2 for 2 today. He comes up with 2 outs and the bases loaded in a tie ball game in the top of the 7th inning. Springer facing Crick with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch, and he drives that one into left field. The left fielder, however, Reynolds, is right there. Man, Springer hit that one right on the screws, but Reynolds only had to adjust about 2 steps to make the catch. So that ends the inning. The Cubs strand the bases loaded. We're going to the bottom of the 7th of a scoreless ball game. And now Archer is going to, excuse me, Archer is going to come out for inning of work number 7 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's going to face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Pirate lineup. Here's a 1-ball count, Archer delivering the pitch. And there's a liner up the middle. That's a leadoff single for Caratini. He stops at first as the throw comes back into the cutoff man. And now we are going to immediately warm up a reliever in the event that Archer is unable to complete this inning. He's going to face Heredia now with nobody out and the runner on first. Archer working. First pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball to first. Rizzo steps on the base for the force out, allowing Caratini to advance to second. That's going to act as a sacrifice. And now with 1 out and a runner in scoring position, the Pirates send up Riddle. Archer working with 1 out, 1 man on. And here's a 1-1 pitch. And there's a pop-up to center. George Springer coming in for a routine play. And he gets under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So now the pitcher's spot is due up, and that will bring in the pinch hitter, Colin Moran, the first man off the Pirates' bench today. He's going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot against Archer with 2 outs and the runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Archer now working with a 1-strike count. Looking for the sign and the delivery, and Moran grounds it to second. Horner picks it up, throws over to first, and that'll end the inning. So Archer manages to navigate the 7th inning, and we go to the top of the 8th now of a scoreless tie. Carlos Correa is going to face the new Pirate reliever, Blake Sinderland, here in the top of the 8th inning. Sinderland has thrown 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief with 2 strikeouts to his name. Correa leading off for the Cubs with a 2-1 count here in the top of the 8th. Correa waiting for the pitch. And there's a ground ball to second. Picked up and thrown over to first. That's going to be out number 1. Tauschman now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Cinderland facing Tauschman with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Tauschman checks his swing, but that is strike 3 called. So second out of the inning. And it brings up Josh Fegley with 2 outs and nobody on. And we are going to get Junior Fernandez back up to make sure he's ready. There will be a pinch hitter set up for Fegley, who's 0 for 3 today. The pinch hitter is going to be the lefty Malik Smith. No, you know what? We'll pinch hit with the righty Ryan Braun, because Braun is the newest addition, and quite frankly, if someone's going to give me a home run off the bench, Braun's probably the best opportunity. So Braun is going to face Cinderland with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning, nobody on. Cinderland working with a 1-strike count. Braun waiting for the pitch, and he's going to pop that one up, medium depth to right field. Coming over is the right fielder, and Polanco puts it away to end the inning. So we go now to the bottom of the 8th inning of a scoreless tie. And now we are going to pull a double switch, because Junior Fernandez is going to come in and pitch, and he'll come into the number 7 spot, and Miguel Amaya will be the new catcher, and he is going to lead off the next half inning for the Cubs. So Fernandez is going to face the top of the Pirates lineup here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kevin Newman coming up. He is 2 for 3 today. Fernandez working. 1-2 is the count. Fernandez looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Fernandez gets a strikeout to lead off the inning. And now Cabrian Hayes is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-strike count. Fernandez delivering the pitch. And there's a grounder to short. Picked up by Arianza, thrown over to, by Correa, and thrown over to first for out number 2. Brian Reynolds now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning of a scoreless tie. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch from Fernandez. And there's a liner over the first baseman's head into right field. That's going to be a 2-out single, as the Pirates now have the go-ahead run on base, and Josh Bell is the batter. And now we are going to warm up another reliever, and this time it's actually going to be, it's going to be Jack Patterson. So we're going to warm up Patterson. We're going to visit the mound. He says, "I'm not tired at all, let me pitch," which is fine. He's only thrown 8 pitches. Fernandez facing Bell with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 man on. Here is the 3-1 pitch, and that is inside for ball 4. So the walk is issued. The Pirates now have first and second with 2 outs, and Polanco is the next batter. Polanco facing Fernandez, and Patterson is already ready to come into this game. So that is what we are going to do. Patterson will be brought in to face Polanco with 2 outs and 2 men on in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the lefty Patterson comes in. He's thrown 4 innings, allowed 1 run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a 2.25 ERA. We're hoping that he gets a ground ball, get us out of this inning right here. 2 outs, 2 men on, tie ball game. Patterson working to Polanco. Here comes the first pitch from Patterson. And there's a grounder to first. Rizzo has it. He steps on the base to end the inning. Patterson got the job done. The Cubs get out of the inning. We go to the top of the 9th of a scoreless ball game. And Miguel Amaya is going to lead off for the Cubs against Blake Cinderland here in the top of the 9th inning. Amaya waiting for the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. And a liner into center field. That's going to, a diving catch. Oh, it looked for sure like it was going to drop in for a base hit. But the diving catch is the first out of the inning. So now Danny Santana is the batter. He is 0 for 3 today. Coming up with 1 out, nobody on. Here in the top of the 9th inning. 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Santana goes down swinging, which brings up Nico Horner. He is 1 for 3 today. facing Cedarland with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 count. Horner waiting for the pitch, and it's grounded over to first. Bell has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 9th of a scoreless ball game. Patterson now is going to face Caratini, Heredia, and Riddle here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And we're going to warm up Nick Birdie in the event that the Pirates get some guys on base. So Patterson facing Caratini here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's a full count pitch from Patterson. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So he strikes out Caratini to lead off the inning, which brings up the center fielder Heredia. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 9th inning. Here comes the first pitch to Heredia. And that's going to be a looper behind second base. Going back is Horner. He makes the catch in short right field for the 2nd out of the inning. And now a pinch hitter will be set up. Domingo Leyba will come up for the Pirates with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Patterson facing Leyba, trying to get the Cubs to extra innings right here. Here is the 2-2 count and the pitch from Patterson. And a liner right at the second baseman, Horner. He makes the catch, which ends the inning. We go to the top of the 10th of a scoreless ball game. So Erie Adrianza is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the 10th inning. The new Pirate reliever will be Michael Feliz. He's thrown 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and an ERA of 0 so far this season. Adrianza is 1 for 6 on the season. So Feliz working with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. And a ground ball to second. The throw goes over to first, and that's going to be out number 1. Next up, Anthony Rizzo. He's facing Feliz with 1 out, nobody on base. 1 ball count. Here comes the pitch to Rizzo. And a grounder to first. Bell has it. He throws to the pitcher covering, and that'll be out number 2. And now we're going to get Birdie back up. Make sure he's ready to pitch in the next half inning. So Feliz now facing Springer with 2 outs and nobody on. Top of the 10th inning. Springer, 2 for 3 on the day. Waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Feliz delivering. Here it comes. And a ground ball to third. Picked up and thrown over to first. That's going to be out number 3. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 10th of a scoreless ball game. Patterson now facing Martin, but well, this is a lefty pinch hitter. So I'm going to leave Patterson in to face Jason Martin and then bring in Birdie to face Newman. So Patterson working to the lefty pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1-1 count. Patterson looking to deliver the pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball to third. Adrianza has it. He throws over to first, and that is out number 1. So now, with the pitcher's spot due up third in the next half inning, what are we going to be doing? Well, I guess the sensible thing to do would be to bring in, well, first off, so Birdie is actually, he's going to be brought in, and then we're just going to pinch hit for him right away in the next half inning. We're only going to ask Birdie to get 2 outs. So Birdie, the righty, comes into this game. He's thrown 3 1/3 innings, no walks, 7 strikeouts, and a 2.70 ERA. He's going to face Newman and Hayes here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Birdie working with the first pitch to Newman. And there's a pop-up behind second base. Horner going over. He makes the catch for out number 2. And now Cabrian Hayes is the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Hayes facing Birdie with a full count. Birdie delivering the pitch. And there's a pop-up to left. Coming in is Santana. He looks up and makes the catch to end the inning. So we go to the top of the 11th inning. We are still scoreless here in Pittsburgh. Correa now is going to face David Buchanan here in the top of the 11th inning. Buchanan has thrown 4 innings, allowed 4 runs, struck out 5, and has an ERA of 9. Correa is 1 for 3 today, and he is facing Buchanan to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 11th inning. And we are, in fact, going to warm up another reliever. The lefty, Blake Taylor, will be warmed up. And also, well, we'll wait for that. Right now, Correa is facing Buchanan here in the top of the 11th inning. 1-ball count. Correa waiting for the pitch. And there's a drive, deep center field, going back. That is going to be off the wall. Correa is going to have extra bases. As he heads into second, he slides in with a lead-off double. So the Cubs have the go-ahead run in scoring position when the Correa lead-off extra base hit. And that brings up Mike Tauschman. With nobody out and the runner on second, Correa waiting to be driven in. Here's a full count pitch to Tauschman. He's going to line that one into center field. That's another base hit. Correa rounding third but stopping. And the Cubs now have runners on the corners with nobody out here in the top of the 11th inning. And now, this is where we're going to pinch hit with Malik Smith. The lefty Smith will be brought in to face the righty Buchanan. The infield is drawn in. Smith is 1 for 4 on the season, looking to give the Cubs the lead here in extra innings. So Smith facing Buchanan, runners on the corners, nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. And that is strike 3 called. Malik Smith takes a fastball in the outside corner for the first out of the inning. Miguel Amaya is now the batter. He is 0 for 1 today. Facing Buchanan here in the top of the 11th inning. Runners still on the corners, 1 out. 2-2 count to Amaya. And he watches strike 3 go by looking. Oh my gosh, another fastball. You got to swing at that pitch, buddy. So now Danny Santana comes up with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Santana facing Buchanan from the left side. Here is the 1-2 pitch and a ground ball to second. The second baseman picks it up and throws over to first, and that ends the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 11th of a 0-0 ball game. So now we're actually going to put Malik Smith. Malik Smith is going to stay in this game in left field. And Santana is going to be subbed out because the pitcher spot is going to go down to the number 9 spot now. All right. Taylor coming out to pitch. The lefty Taylor facing the switch-hitting Reynolds here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Leading off for the Pirates, Brian Reynolds. Blake Taylor coming into this game. Here's a pop-up down the third base line. The catcher comes out, makes the catch in foul territory for out number 1. Taylor now facing Bell. 1 out and nobody on. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch to Josh Bell. And there's a liner into right field, long run, and Tauschman plays it on a hop. That is a 1-out single for Josh Bell as he stops at first. And now Jose Osuna is the pinch hitter for the Pirates. He comes up, he's 0 for 2 on the season, facing the lefty Taylor. And we are going to warm up another reliever. If we need to get 1 out here to get out of this 11th inning, it's going to have to be Jimenez. So, Taylor facing Osuna, bottom of the 11th, 1 out, 1 man on. Taylor working. Here is the first pitch. And a pop-up to center. Springer on the run, heading toward the warning track, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And now Victor Caratini is the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on, or 1 man on. Caratini facing Taylor, batting from the right side against the lefty Taylor, here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Taylor is going to throw the first pitch to Caratini, and he hits him. He hits him with the pitch, which advances the runners to first and second with 2 outs. And now Heredia is the batter. With 2 outs and 2 men on, Heredia facing Taylor here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Here is the 1-2 count. Taylor delivering the pitch. And there's a pop-up to right. It looks like it should do it. Tauschman gets there in the corner, making the catch to end the inning. So, the Cubs managed to navigate that jam. We go to the top of the 12th of a scoreless ball game. Nico Hoerner is leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 12th inning. Buchanan coming out for his second inning of work here in the top of the 12th. 1-2 count. Buchanan delivering the pitch to Hoerner, and there's a ground ball to third. Picked up and thrown over to first. That's out number 1. Next up is Ari Adrianza. 1 out, nobody on. Buchanan working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that strikeout is the second out of the inning, and that causes the Pirates to bring in another relief pitcher. This time it's Scott Alexander with 2 outs in the top of the 12th inning. Alexander is going to face the lefty Anthony Rizzo. He has thrown 2 innings of 4-run baseball with 4 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout so far this season. Alexander, the lefty, facing Rizzo, the lefty, in the top of the 12th of a scoreless ball game. Here's a 2-strike count, and Alexander looking to deliver the pitch. And there's a pop-up to center. Long run for the center fielder, but he's going to get there to put it away and end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 12th of a scoreless ball game. And now Taylor, still on the mound, facing the switch-hitting Domingo Leyba here in the bottom of the 12th inning. Taylor working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a liner down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. As he rounds first, heading for second, it'll be a leadoff double. No, he's going to third. The throw goes to third, and they throw him out. Wow, nice defense there by the Cubs. And now the Pirates looked like they were going to have a runner on second to lead off the inning, but he got greedy, tried to get to third, and Tauschman throws him out, trying to advance. So Taylor now facing the catcher Stallings with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 12th inning. 2-0 count, Taylor delivering the pitch. And a liner into left field, that's a base hit. It's actually the second base hit of the inning, but only the first base runner that the Pirates are going to be able to use. So now we're going to get Jimenez back up. We're going to visit the mound. Jimenez is ready. So he is going to be brought into this game to face the top of the Pirates lineup here in the bottom of the 12th inning. Jimenez brought into the number 9 spot in the lineup. He has thrown 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and a 6.75 ERA. So Jimenez looking to atone for his poor performance in the last game, facing Kevin Newman with 1 out and runner on first in the bottom of the 12th inning. Here's a 2-2 count. Jimenez looking to deliver the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball at 98 that he just reared back and fired it right past him. So Brian Hayes now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on first. Jimenez delivering the full count pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Jimenez gets him out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 13th now of a scoreless ball game. And we're going to have to warm up another reliever. It's going to be Domingo Germán, because Birdie was only... let me just check that. Jimenez was only 74% rested. He's not going to be able to throw much more anyway. So Domingo Germán is going to be warmed up to throw in the bottom of the 13th inning. In the meantime, the Cubs are sending the middle of the lineup here in the top of the 13th inning. Springer facing Alexander, leading off for the Cubs in the 13th. And Springer lines that single into center field. That is going to be a clean base hit as he leads off this inning for the Cubs. And now, with a runner on first and nobody out, Carlos Correa is the batter. He is 2 for 4 on this game. He comes up facing Alexander. Here's the first pitch. And that is a strike, and rain is falling. So it's begun raining here in Pittsburgh in the 13th inning. Let's see what the weather forecast says for us. It's raining. It's 37 degrees, a 10-mile-an-hour wind. It's got to be just miserable out there on the ball diamond. Feels nice to be up in this scorer's booth while we're watching the ball game. So Correa facing Alexander with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And a ground ball to short. The diving play, but it gets past the shortstop and bounces into left field. So that is going to be an infield single for Correa. The Cubs now have runners on the first and second with nobody out. And Mike Tauschman is the batter here in the top of the 13th inning. So now, this is where we're going to see... Gosh, so Tauschman is facing Alexander, and we're going to ask him to lay down a bunt. Here is the first pitch. Tauschman lays down the bunt right back to the mound. The throw goes over to first, and now the Cubs have second and third with one out here in the top of the 13th inning. And now Malik Smith is the batter. The infield is drawn in. Smith coming up. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Facing Alexander with one out, 2 men on here in the top of the 13th inning. Really just need to get this ball out of the infield. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Malik Smith. And he's going to line that one past the drawn-in infield and into center field. 1 run is in. The second runner stops at third. The Cubs have a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 13th inning. So Malik Smith coming through with the RBI single. And now Amaya is the batter with 1 out and runners on the corners. Alexander facing Amaya with a 1-strike count. And that gets away. It's rolling to the backstop. The runner comes home from third. He slides and he is safe. And now the Cubs have a 2-0 lead on the wild pitch here in the top of the 13th inning. Amaya now facing Alexander with the runner on second and 1 out. Here is the 1-1 pitch. And he's going to line that one down the third baseman line. The third baseman has it. He throws over to first, and that'll be out number 2. The runner does not advance. And now Jimenez will be pinch hit for with the last guy on the bench, Trent Jambrioni. He is going to pinch hit for the Cubs with a runner on second and 2 outs here in the top of the 13th inning. 1-1 count. Jambrioni waiting for the pitch, and he lines that one out of the infield into right field. Rounding third and heading home is the base runner. The throw comes home, the slide, and he is safe. So the Cubs now have a 3-run lead on the RBI single by Jambrioni here in the top of the 13th inning. And now Nico Horner is the batter, and he's going to face a new Pirate reliever, Chad Kuhl, here in the top of the 13th inning. Kuhl has thrown 6 1/3 innings of 2 walk, 4 strikeout baseball with a 1.42 ERA. And he is facing off with Nico Horner with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch from Kuhl. And Horner lines that one right at the third baseman. That is going to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 13th inning. It is 3-0 Cubs. Domingo Germán is going to be brought in to pitch with a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 13th inning, trying to earn his first save of the season, I believe. Germán has thrown 3 innings, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and an ERA of exactly 3. So Germán facing Reynolds here in the bottom of the 13th inning. First pitch, Germán looking for the sign. Here's the delivery. And a liner over the first baseman's head into right field. That's going to be a leadoff single as Tauschman gets it back into the cutoff man. So the Pirates have a runner on board, and Josh Bell is the batter. Top of the 13th inning. Nobody out. 1 man on. Full count pitch. And that is ball 4. So Germán puts the first 2 runners on, which means that Osuna comes up representing the tying run. So if this game goes far enough, can I bring in Edwin Diaz? He's at 28%. If I need to get 1 out to get out of this ball game, I guess I would bring him in. So let's see what happens. Germán now facing Osuna with nobody out, 2 men on here in the bottom of the 13th inning. 1-1 count. Germán delivering the pitch. And there's a liner over the first baseman's head. That's going to be a base hit. Tauschman has it. He throws it in quickly, and so the run does not score, actually, surprisingly enough. Tauschman with a good arm, and they do not test it this time. So now the pitcher, Cool, is going to bat for himself in the bottom of the 13th inning. I wonder if the Pirates are out of bench players. Is that possible? Yes, they have used every single player in their lineup. So Cool, batting for himself with the bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 13th inning. Germán working with a 2-strike count, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So there is the first out of the inning, and now Heredia is the batter. And we're going to visit the mound. He says, I've got plenty left in the tank, but the bases are loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 13th. Diaz is still warming up. Germán facing Heredia with a 1-2 count, and here's the pitch. And a ground ball to second. The throw goes to short. There's no relay to first, however. The run scores. There are now 2 outs in the inning, and Bell takes third. So now, Germán has to face Domingo Leyba with 2 outs and runners on the corners in the bottom of the 13th inning. And Edwin Diaz is ready to be brought into this ballgame. Do I bring in Diaz to relieve Germán with 2 outs? Who gives me the best chance to win? The tired Diaz or the relatively well-rested Germán? I guess it's got to be Diaz. So he's coming into the ball game. He's going to be asked to record 1 out in the 13th inning. So with 2 outs and the runners on the corners, the Cubs closer, Edwin Diaz, is brought into the game. He has thrown 4 innings, walked none, struck out 7, and has a 2.25 ERA. Diaz facing Leyba with 2 outs. The tying run on first here in the bottom of the 13th inning. Here is the first pitch from Diaz. 2 saves on the season, looking for save number 3. Here is the pitch, and a grounder to first. Rizzo has it, he steps on the base, and the game is over. So Diaz gets the job done, and the Cubs are victorious 3-1 in 13 innings. The Cubs getting 3 runs on 13 hits with no errors. The Pirates 1 run on 11 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is the Cubs' Chris Archer. He threw 7 shutout innings, scattering 5 hits with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. The Cubs then proceeded to get 6 innings of 1-run baseball out of the bullpen. The Pirates, on the other hand, Trevor Williams threw 5 1/3 innings as the starter. He allowed 7 hits with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. And ultimately the Pirates reliever Scott Alexander, suffers the loss. He allowed the 3 runs to score in the top of the 13th. So Diaz gets his 3rd save of the season. Germán the hold, Jimenez the win. And now the Cubs improve to 6-2 while the Pirates drop to 2-6. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.